we're gonna be talking about losing fat, losing body fat, weight loss. Like, I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but they lied to y'all about weight loss. Y'all probably haven't heard many of these influencers saying that they do this stuff and still lose body fat. Losing weight and losing body fat doesn't even have to be that complicated, and luckily enough for you, it also doesn't have to be as restrictive. Hey guys, it's your girl Imani Simone, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, y'all, we are hoping that they're not looking at me. Okay, I just feel like if I'm filming a video, why are you driving this way? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, so in this video, we're gonna be talking about some unpopular things that I did that still allowed me to lose weight, or really body fat specifically. We'll get into that later. Anyways, so a little background, a little bit of context. So for the past 4 months or so, I've actually been in a body recomposition phase, which basically just means I've been losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. That's a separate video. The fact of the matter is, I've been losing fat and I've still been doing these unpopular things and still seeing results from it. So let's just get straight into it. This is a hot one, y'all. So number one, the first unpopular thing that I did is that I ate after 7 and 8 p.m. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard this before, but like a lot of those like blogs and articles and like some gurus, I don't know if people are still pushing this like on YouTube, but people used to say, and might still be saying, that you can only lose fat if you're eating before like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 p.m. Like, and I think that's probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I guess to some extent, if you get into like the deep nuances of it all, maybe at some point you can make it make sense. However, it's not necessary, baby. When I tell y'all that most of my last meals of the day are like after 10 p.m. like 9 times out of 10, my last meal, my dinner, is after 10 p.m. I'm gonna tell you why. So basically what happens is, if I have nothing to do all day, I'm a late night gym goer, so I will procrastinate, not even procrastinate necessarily, but I will legit wait all day until the last 2 hours before my gym closes, and then I'll go to the gym. So with that said, most of the time that's like 8 or 9 p.m., right? So I go to the gym at 9 o'clock. I'm there from 9 to 11 p.m. Then from 11 to 11:15, I'm commuting back home. And then at that point on, I go home, I play with my puppy, mess around for a little bit. Then I have to go take a shower. Then at that point, I got to do a whole nighttime routine. By the time I get to sit down and eat, it's probably between 12:30 and 1 a.m. Like, and I'm still gonna eat, because at that point you gotta replenish your carbs, you gotta get some protein in and all that good stuff. And yeah, it's super late. So like I said, 90% of the time my meals at the end of the day are truly at the end of the day going into the next day. If that feels like a daunting thing, like, oh, I have to make sure I get all my calories in before 6-7 o'clock, you don't. You just don't. You don't. Okay, the second unpopular thing that I did that still allowed me to lose body fat was I didn't cut out sugar. Baby, like, if you watch my other videos, you know I'm a fan of crumble. I still get my crumble. Honestly, speaking of sweets, I'm toxic to myself. Like, I feel like if I don't have something sweet almost every day, if not every day, I'm gonna have a problem. So honestly, out of the week, if I can make it happen, I'm probably eating something sweet like 3 to 4 times a week, if not more. It just depends on what's going on. But yeah, so I just have a big sweet tooth, and for those of y'all who also have big sweet teeth, whatever, and are trying to lose weight, you don't want to feel like you can never just have sweets again. And a lot of these people will tell you have to be super duper restrictive to lose weight and to lose body fat, and it's just honestly not the case. The only time I feel like you really need to seriously cut out sugar, like dead, like serious, like you need to just do that, is if maybe you're cutting down for like a bodybuilding show, or if you have any insulin / diabetic kind of health concerns and health issues. Other than that, if you're just trying to lose a little bit of fat here and there and I don't think you really need to be cutting out sugar. And honestly, y'all, the name of the game with your diets is to make sure it's sustainable. If it's not sustainable, it will not, you won't keep to it. That's why most diets fail, is because it's too restrictive. It's something that you can't live by for a longer period of time. So if you can't live by it realistically for a longer period of time, you're not going to maintain it. And that's just what it is. Other than like those big reasons, there's really no huge reason why you need to be cutting out sugar. Like, if you really don't want to, like, if you can fit it into your calories and your macros, why wouldn't you eat it? Like, if I can fit a crumble cookie into my macros / calories,
why the freak wouldn't I eat it?
Sometimes you're gonna have days that you ate really well as far as your calories go, and you're gonna realize, hey, I still have some room to eat something, and I can eat something sweet. And y'all, honestly, something that'll help too, Crumble started doing, I don't know if this is like a location geographic based thing, but where I live, they started doing Crumble minis, and like one cookie can be about maybe 320 calories. And sometimes you might have that little bit left in your calorie arsenal, and you can get a little mini cookie, and that can suffice your sweet tooth, like, you know, stuff like that. that. Like, I just feel like you have to be smart with certain things. Also, and speaking of calories, y'all, if y'all want to know how I calculate my calories and what I eat by and how I did the body recomp and build fat, lose fat, all of that, like I mentioned earlier, that's a separate video. So if you want me to do that, definitely let me know down below. Whole time I'm probably gonna do it anyway. But yeah, y'all, if y'all can fit sugar into your day, like, it just, I don't see why it has to be that serious. And even if it doesn't fit into one day, all 7 days of the week, you don't have to be always perfect. The name of the game is consistency, y'all. If you're consistent, then that one day where you had a little bit extra calories or a little bit extra sugar, like, it's really not gonna be the end of the world. It's not. And I have to regularly tell myself that too, y'all. So you know, anyway. All right, so the next unpopular thing that I did that still allowed me to lose body fat or lose weight, however you want to look at it, even though they're definitely different. Again, separate video, we can talk about that later. But the next thing that I did or didn't do was I didn't cut out carbs. Now, this whole being scared of carbs thing, I'm not sure why that's still a thing. If it is still a thing, it shouldn't still be a thing. So for one, if you're a heavy weightlifter like myself, like you like to lift and everything like that, you need to be eating carbs. You need carbs to fuel your workouts. Carbs are energy. Just like calories are energy, carbs, that macro in particular, is energy. Like, you want to make sure you're consuming some type of carbs before your workout so you can fuel it. Like, I know a lot of people like to think, you know, once you learn a little bit about the calories in, calories out thing, and like you just start learning about different weight loss things, you're like, oh yeah, well, if I don't have any carbs in my system, then my body would just tap into my fat stores to like burn the fat, and that's why I'm gonna do like fasted workouts and like go work out fasted and I won't pass out. Babe, first of all, if fasted workouts work for you, I guarantee it's not for heavy weightlifting for one, but if they work for you outside of that, then baby, do what you do. I mean, who am I to tell you to stop? However, don't think that just because you don't eat nothing or don't eat any carbs, anything like that all day or ever, that your body is just naturally going to want to tap into those fat stores to get you through the day. Like, technically, some people do that in the keto thing. I get it. But baby, like, your body is really smart. And after a while, like, if your workout is too intense, your body won't even tap into those fat stores for energy. If anything, the little muscle that you may or may not have, or a lot of muscle, whatever you have going on, it's gonna start tapping into that. And we don't want that. Like I said, whether you have a lot of muscle or a little bit of muscle, you definitely don't want to be tapping into the muscle stores for energy, but your body will do that if it's too intense. And now, I forgot to do this disclaimer. Quick disclaimer, guys, I am not a qualified nutritionist, none of that qualified stuff. I'm just speaking on what I know, what works and what has worked for me, and just things that I've learned for the past like decade of me being on and off this weight loss thing. So yeah, but yeah, so like you can look into it, do your own research, do your own, like, look into studies and things like that talk about that. But yeah, y'all, don't think you trying to cheat the system doing that, because it's not gonna work. Eat your carbs, their energy, please. We need energy, like I said, especially if you're a weightlifter, baby, because after them hip thrusts, even when I do eat, I'm talking about I will be lightheaded, about ready to pass out. And obviously, if I didn't eat too much that day or before I went and worked out, I'm gonna be extra lightheaded. So don't do that, y'all. Eat your carbs. I ate my carbs and I still got to lose my fat. Okay, so the fourth unpopular thing that I did or didn't do, technically, that still allowed me to lose body fat was I didn't aggressively cut my calories. Now, this kind of goes into my last point, talking about carbs and how carbs are energy. Like I said, also, calories are obviously energy. So you don't want to be aggressively cutting your calories, because your body is gonna be like, yo, what the frick is going on? Now, if you want to be real technical, calories in, calories out thing, like, will it work? Yeah, you could definitely, if you wanted to starve yourself, quick trigger warning, maybe, you could starve yourself and lose the weight, but that is not healthy. I advise no one to be starving yourselves and going on those 1,000 calorie diets to lose weight. Stop it. Especially if you're a teenager, y'all. I have been there, and when I think about it, I think it's so crazy. Between, like, even when I was 15 and around when I was like 19, I was doing the 1,000 calorie thing, thinking I was just really locking in. I'm about to lose that weight, bro. You're gonna lose it, but you're gonna end up looking sick. Like, especially if you're not doing resistance training or proper strength training, proper resistance training, and getting the proper energy you need, babe, you're gonna look crazy. Stop it. You're gonna end up looking and feeling worse than how you started before, believe it or not. So please do not aggressively cut your calories. Like I said, if y'all want a video on how I figure out what calories I need to eat according to my goals, please let me know down below. But a real quick briefing, because like I said, I don't want y'all to be starving yourself. I'm gonna leave a link below to this little calorie counter thing. Just put in all your stats. So I'll do a little video showing my stats, your age, your height, all of that stuff, your activity level. Be honest with how you log this, y'all, because it's gonna spit out a guesstimate keyword is guesstimate, is going to spit out a guesstimate of how many calories you should be eating a day, again, according to your goals. So for me, like I said, for the past 4 months, I've been doing the recomp thing. So, which basically just means I'm eating at maintenance calories. And what that means is I'm not eating in a deficit to lose weight, and I'm also not eating in a surplus to gain weight. I'm eating right in that middle where I can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Now, this is not necessarily always possible for everybody. There are like certain instances where this works and sometimes it doesn't. And for me, I'm starting to feel like it's starting to like not work as well. I think my body's just adapting, and at this point it has less fat to lose, so it's not going to really want to pull too much from that anymore to build muscle. So at this point, I'm trying to eat a little more, maybe in a slight surplus, do a little lean bulk kind of situation. I don't know, kind of right in between that area. But anyways, like I said, put in your stats in that link down below. It's going to tell you what you need to be doing. Like I said, this is a guesstimate, y'all. This stuff is not accurate. Even when you track calories yourself, it's not accurate all the time. Labels be lying, you be lying to yourself, and it's not always accurate. But it's better to have some type of idea or guesstimate than to have nothing at all. And if you guys want to start losing weight and losing body fat, y'all are gonna have to start tracking your calories. That's not me saying you have to track forever, but you, at least as a beginner, as someone first starting off, you probably do want to go ahead and start tracking, because you need to really get an idea of what you're putting into your body and how much of it you are, because you'll be surprised at how many serving sizes we actually end up eating, especially as Americans. Like what the recommended serving size is and the calorie and macro count for that. When you see that and realize, oh shoot, I normally eat 2-3 times as much. I didn't realize that just this one little serving was... Listen, yeah, so you're gonna have to track your calories, y'all. So at the end of the day, sometimes you do have to do certain things to see results, but this video was about the unpopular things that everyone keeps telling you you have to do and can't do and woo woo woo, that I still did and still saw results. Now, as y'all seen, I put videos and clips and pictures like that in this video. If you want a deeper, in-depth video about my journey so far and everything like that, let me know. I can also make a video on that. But other than that, y'all, that's pretty much it. Check out my other gym videos and fitness related videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.